You're watching Living Local 15.
Get this, the show Survivor is starting their 43rd season, premiering on September 21st here on CBS. And today I have three-time Survivor contestant and winner of Survivor Africa, Ethan Zohn. Hi, Ethan.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you.
Good. You too. Welcome to Living Local 15. I'm so excited to chat with you today.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here, so thanks for having me.
Yes, so you are a Survivor legend and veteran winning the third season of Survivor. So how excited are you that this show is continuing to grow and bloom the way that it has?
You know, I'm so excited. If I was on season 3, I was on season 8, and then I most recently played in 2020 for the 40th season. So I am a super Survivor fan. I love the show. I love everything about it. The fact that it's coming again for the 43rd season is unbelievable. So I'm just so excited.
It really is. So tell me, how has being on Survivor so many times and throughout the years impacted your life?
Well, you know, being on Survivor in 2001, when reality TV was kind of just starting, was an incredible experience. You know, getting off a show like Survivor and you get $1 million, you get a little bit of celebrity, I guess. And so it just allowed me to pursue all the things that I wanted to in life and a little bit more.
That's great. And September is Blood Cancer Awareness Month. And I know that this topic is near and dear to your heart because you are a 2-time cancer survivor. And you had a really rare cancer that was of the blood. So can you share about your journey?
Sure. You know, in 2009, I was 35 years old, training for the New York City Marathon. And I was diagnosed with a rare form of blood cancer. It's called CD20 positive Hodgkin's lymphoma. Trust me, I'd never heard of it either. But I went through chemotherapy, radiation. I had to have 2 stem cell transplants.
Wow.
And now I'm approaching 10 years in remission, which is really exciting. But it's always incredibly important for me to, you know, raise awareness for the benefits of cancer research, especially during September, which is Blood Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, absolutely. And as you have been going through this journey and this process, since it is rare, have you had people reach out to you that have had that type as well and really feel empowered by your story?
Yeah, I have. You know, one of the choices that I did was I decided to make my battle public. So I was kind of blogging and videoing and speaking and doing newspapers and interviews like today, you know, just to share the story. Because I feel the more we share our story and let people know what cancer is really like, that's when the most like change can start to happen. You know, cancer isn't always like, as we all know, it's a horrible thing. But for me to be able to use that nightmare, to use my crisis to go out there and help other people has just been a blessing for me. And when I came back recently on season 40, you know, they were generous enough to share the cancer story. And I think it's impacting. I think people to see other folks like myself who've been through it and survived and are thriving in life is a good sign.
Yes, and you are very athletic and you are a former professional soccer player and have run in marathons. So how has beating cancer really played a role in your fitness?
Yeah, being a former professional athlete, fitness has always been a huge part of my life. And when I was locked in the 8th floor of Sloan Kettering Hospital in New York City, I'd look out the window and see people running up First Avenue every day. And I'm like, when I get out of here, if I get out of here alive, I'm going to run up that road. I'm not going to stop to go in for an appointment. So I really felt a sense of pride and freedom when I got out there on the road, and to celebrate health and wellness. I just feel running for me, it represents all of that. So to celebrate being 10 years in remission, I ran the Boston Marathon this past April, and I partnered with True Leaf Cannabis as the brand ambassador for Momenta, which is their in-house everyday wellness brand.
Yes, absolutely. And so we have to talk about Crunch Bowls. We have to. I love it so much. So for those that don't know, that is your product that you have created to solve the crisis of soggy cereal?
Yeah. Are you sick and tired of soggy cereal? Well, I'm going to revolutionize this cereal eating experience in one big scoop. Yeah. So when I
I
was
love
sick,
it.
going through cancer way back in the day, I put my brain to work and I created a cereal bowl that keeps your cereal crunchy all day long. And if you imagine a swimming pool's got a shallow end and it's got a deep end. Same with the crunch bowl. You keep your cereal up top, put your milk down below, and you want a little crunch, you just tap, tap, tap right over the edge.
I mean, it's really genius. It is. When I saw it, I said, "Ooh, I am ordering me a bowl." So yeah, so you can go find Ethan's Crunch Bowls and it will change your life. I already know it. So yeah, so this has been so great. Thank you, Ethan, for sharing your journey and just your experience. I mean, you've been through so much, and I love your energy because you are still thriving and surviving and just continuing to go after all of your goals. And you do motivational speaking as well, correct?
I do. Yeah. I love being out there and sharing my story because one of the things about being a young adult cancer survivor is that when you go through cancer and then you survive it, once you survive, you have your whole life to live. And there are so many different issues affecting a young adult going through cancer. Like, we have to think about, dating, getting a job, life insurance, health insurance, am I going to be able to have babies, get married, all these things that like a pediatric or an older adult doesn't necessarily have to think about at that time. And so it's a really lonely and isolating and scary experience to go through cancer like that. And so one of the exciting things that's happening during this month, September, Blood Cancer Awareness Month, is a new app that's come out. It's called Cancer Buddy. And basically what Cancer Buddy is it enables a fighter, a survivor, or a caregiver to sign on to the app. You fill out all your information, like where you're from, your sex, your likes, your dislikes, type of cancer, what your favorite charities are, photos, and then they'll match you up with someone else that's going through the same thing at the same time. So you can connect and you can feel less alone. And so for someone like me, if I had that back in the day, it would have been a game changer for me. Yes. So I'm just like trying to share about Cancer Buddy because I think it's just so important. We all know what's happened these past few years. Everyone is incredibly lonely, uncertain, and so put cancer on top of that, it just magnifies everything you're going through. So to have an app that can pair you up with other people just to connect and feel less alone and to commiserate and to celebrate is just a blessing. So if anyone's out there and you're going through a tough time, sign on to Cancer Buddy. I think it's a really incredible tool.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And I love what you said. Once you survive, you have your whole life to live. So we are living our best lives. So thank you so much, Ethan. It was a pleasure talking with you today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And we'll be right back.